Hello, my YouTube beautiful friends. So today I want to talk about PhD career changes. Now, I've done two of them. I've changed from a PhD to industry, and then I went back to academia. Boo. Or not boo, it was fine, I did enjoy it. And then I went from academia to science communication and now communication, videography, startup world, whatever I'm doing right now. And I want to share with you today the tips and tricks of making it valuable for the one person that it really matters to, and that's you. So if you're new to this channel, please remember to subscribe. I talk about PhD careers, I talk about startups and entrepreneurship, and then also content creation and promoting your startup businesses or growing your professional brand, that sort of stuff. I would love for you to consume all of that content. So please remember to subscribe to this channel and push that bell notification. Let's get straight into the tips for changing careers after your PhD. So the first thing that I think is incredibly important when changing careers, especially moving outside of a PhD and academic career, is working out exactly what you like about what you're doing. There's a reason you've done it, there's a reason you've got this far, but what is it that makes you turn up every day to work? What is it that makes you go to the lab, do things? Are you a person who enjoys the introverted stuff, like coming up with an idea, testing it, analyzing it, or are you more interested in the extroverted components of your current job? Do you like talking, presenting, helping people, teaching people? Those are the important things that I would make sure you're completely honest with yourself about, because that's going to lay the foundations for you to move on to that next step. And so for me, I really enjoyed the extroverted components of academia, presenting my work, talking to people about my work, teaching other people, teaching people about my work. Like, that was the stuff I enjoyed. So I made sure that I was focused on a career where I would mainly be doing that. And that's important for you to do as well, because there's no point making a change into something you won't like. If you're not quite sure how to do that, do a SWOT analysis: strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. That is a really good way to personally find what motivates you and what your strengths are and how you can turn those into opportunities. And so I did one probably only about a year ago, and it really helped mold what I expected, what I wanted, and what I did and what I wanted to do moving forward. So make sure you understand what you actually want to do before you make any decision. So the second step is, once you've kind of worked out what you want to do, you need to start building up the skills and the portfolio which allow you to demonstrate to someone outside of academia that you have those skills. Now, I don't always like recommending this, but working for free to build up skills is absolutely okay, and it's something that I did before I left research. So while I was still in research, I was writing for a national publication in Australia. I was volunteering my time for science communication, blog writing with Australia's Science Channel. I actually then also applied for an internship at Cosmos magazine. And so those were my opportunities to build skills, build relationships, build new networks outside of academia. So then I could show that I wanted this career change and that I had the skills, and essentially I had the enthusiasm for it. Because when you are changing, you may not have all of the skills that someone has got if they've been doing this forever, but it's important that you show you have at least the enthusiasm to learn those skills. And if you've done that on your own for free, that's a good thing. Don't be taken advantage of, though. Only use this as a springboard to get out of your current situation and your PhD, or change out of academia. There are lots of people that will quite happily allow you to do free things for them for a long period of time. But remember, this is to bolster up your CV, bolster up your skills so that you can show you're valuable to your new career. So I recommend you start doing this about 2 years before you actually try to do anything official like leave academia or leave your PhD or change careers. And the reason I say that is because, first of all, it's going to take you that long to build up the relationships and the momentum. But secondly, you may also find that you don't actually enjoy doing the thing that you thought you would enjoy doing. And that was kind of my experience. I thought I would really like science writing. And so I thought I would become a science writer. I started building up the skills, the expertise, the portfolio. I started writing for Science Alert. And I actually found that I didn't enjoy writing as much as I thought I would. It was a little bit of a romantic idea of being sat down and typing away, but that wasn't really the case. So for me, I took about 2 years to go, you know what? If I had to do this every day, day in, day out, I would not enjoy it. So I changed. I made a decision and worked with my strengths and the stuff I enjoy doing, which is creating videos, which is creating content for people to consume about science. And therefore my startup verbalize.science was born. This is a kind of consulting for content creation for professionals and small businesses. That sort of like came from my love of producing content and helping people through that process. So yeah, it's not writing, but that's what I thought I liked. As long as you start testing, you'll find out what you do like to do. As you are kind of formulating your plans, remember that with a PhD, you've kind of worked your way up to the highest level of education, and you have to accept that you will be going back to the lowest level potentially of your new career. That was something that I found hard to kind of swallow early on. I was the intern again. I was the person who didn't really understand what was going on. And that aspect of changing careers can be very daunting. And when you're doing it, you can feel like an absolute imposter. And from academia, where the imposter syndrome is so sort of common, it really kind of plays on your mind. So I would say just accept and come to peace with the fact that you will be at the lowest level again, but you're there to learn. You need to be humble, and you need to accept that you are relearning a new career and new skills. So that's very, very important. Is in PhD world, when you've got your PhD, it's so great because you're the top, but now you're not. Sorry. And that said, people don't necessarily know what a PhD is outside of academia. Now, for you, it's really obvious, right? Because you have been through the process. Maybe your friends have been through the process. But the doctor title and the PhD title is a good social proof that you can do things. But to be honest with you, a lot of industries and a lot of professionals have no idea what transferable skills a PhD gives you. So you have to make that completely obvious in whatever application you're doing, and show how doing a PhD can help you self-learn new skills and benefit the company that you're going to or the new career that you're going to. That's the biggest thing I think that I've realized is that PhD, people know you're a doctor. They know you spent ages in a university. But what they don't know is you've got all these other skills which are so valuable, and it's because they've never been told. And the last thing I want to talk about is once you've kind of set the foundations, once you've worked out what you know you like doing and you've tested the market for a year or a couple of years, you've started to doing some free things, you've started doing some portfolio building activities, you then have to ask yourself, well, when is a good time to leave? And I'll be perfectly honest with you, there is no good time. I remember someone telling me once that to wait for the perfect moment is like driving from Adelaide to Melbourne, which is about an 8-hour drive continuously, and expecting all the lights to be green on the way there. Now, leaving a career you don't like is so important, but even if you're like 100% sure, the act of leaving a PhD is incredibly, or a PhD or academic career is incredibly daunting. And so look, there never is a right time. It never feels like you're going to do what you say you're going to do in your new career. But once you've laid those foundations, once you've built up the skills in the portfolio, you need to trust in yourself. And remember, nothing is forever. If you don't like your new career, you can always change again. But hopefully that won't happen because you've done your SWOT analysis and you know what you do and don't like. I'm a few years into my kind of PhD career change journey now, and I am so much happier. My partner says to me that I've never been so motivated. I've never been so happy. And at the end of the day, when she comes home, I can't wait to tell her all of the things that have happened, whether it's with new customers with my startup, Verbalize.science, or whether or not it's new ideas, new concepts I'm coming up with, new service offerings. I love what I'm doing right now, and there've been so many awesome transferable skills that I've taken from academia to my current career that it is incredibly rewarding. But in the early days, it was very, very daunting. So, all that said, I wish you the best of luck if you're considering leaving a PhD career or changing your career outside to something else outside of academia. Good luck to you. Let me know in the comments how you go. And I think, it's an exciting opportunity and you can do anything in the world. That's the great thing, is a PhD in an academic career zones you into one thing. You can literally do anything. Okay, thank you so much. Let me know in the comments what your top tips are for changing outside of an academic career and a career change. Remember to subscribe to this channel, hit that notification bell if that's still a thing, because I would love to help guide you through any PhD related stuff, any startup stuff, and also the content marketing things that I'm learning in my new career. Okay, I think that's it. I don't know how to finish this.